This game is to show you some of what happens when you start to combine objects. Now, when we use different objects in Kodu, often we expect them to behave in the same way. When you program objects with rules that react to each other, you can sometimes start to get unpredictable behaviour. So, in this example, I have got this jet object up here. And the jet is a creatable that gets generated by the castle. It will generate about 40 of them. And how I've programmed the jet is it's supposed to respond to other jets. So we've said when another jet is close by, move away from it. But when it's far away and there's lots of them, move towards them. And then lastly, if you can see the castle, move towards the castle. Oh, and of course always move down, otherwise they tend to go higher and higher and higher. So the idea is to try and make the jets into a flock, like a flock of birds. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my cycle over here, and I'm just going to press escape, and what you'll see, if I scroll out a bit, is all of these jets, and they're kind of milling around each other and the tower. And they're kind of avoiding each other, not going anywhere in particular, but they are trying to act as a small flock. Now, if I have a look at that jet again, the top rule says that they must always, and it's the top rule, so it's the most important one, if they can see the cycle, then they need to run away quickly. So the idea is the cycle is a bit like a predator. And I'm just going to move it down so we can see them do this. We'll let the flock build up, and I'm going to drive away and drive towards them, and the flock will then start to move away from me. So I'm going to move up here, see if I can surprise them. Whoa, they don't like that. And actually, if I drive into the middle of them, you can see that they split like this. So I'm trying to catch them, but I can't. Now, they're all widely spaced out, but because of the other rules they've got, if I now move back behind this hill, they won't be able to see me again. And what you should find is you've got two flocks, and then do you see how they're coming together? And they come together to form one large flock. And when they're all together and they're all kind of happy, what they'll tend to do is they'll tend to move back towards the castle. It usually takes a little bit of time for them to decide to do it, for the rules to settle down. And you can see they're edging back towards the castle now, and then they'll just sort of suddenly, usually they decide to just go. Now, this system is completely unpredictable. There's too many things that can change for you to predict where any particular jet is going to be. But at the same time, from these simple rules, a complex behaviour emerges. And if I now chase after them again, with these simple rules, I'm going to see if I can surprise them by coming up. Maybe I can get around here and right into the middle. And again, they're splitting away from me, and they'll try and fly away, and they'll form two groups flying away as fast as they can. And I can herd this lot over here, and as I come towards them, they'll fly away. And again, you've starting to get flocks flying away, that's true, but then others starting to recongregate. So it's an interesting little demonstration about what can happen when you have parallel processes and how they interact with each other.